Hello, good afternoon, guys. Welcome to MK Convenience Brokerage. My name is Mohammed. In this video, I'm going to go over the test called the CST, multi-subject test. Now, I'm going to go over some of the rules, regulation. It's a lot of slides, so I'm going to bear with me. It's going to take some time to read everything, but I'm just going to go over some of the key points. So, there was an old version of CST and there was a new version of CST. The old version of CST had it was like a 2-hour test plus I think 15 minutes, 2 hour 15 minutes, or half an hour. I can't remember exactly. The new test is broken apart 3 parts now. The first test, the old version, was you take everything together. Now the new version, they broke into parts such as literacy and English, mathematics, and arts and science. Now you have to take all these 3 parts in order to become CST certified, so keep that in mind. Now if you bundle it, you're saving more money. You use $179, $80, it's not that bad. So if you want to save money, you can bundle it, but I recommend do it separate so it becomes easy on you. Part 3, you only have to pass once. If you're doing multiple certifications, such as, let's say, if you're planning to get birth to second certified, then you only need to pass it once. You don't need to pass it multiple times. Passing score is 520 in each section. So basically 40, like part 1 for English and literacy, it's 40 selected response items and 1 constructive response. Part 2, same thing. Part 3 is only multiple choice question. Part 1 is 120 minutes, part 2 is 135 minutes, and part 3 is 60 minutes. So that helps. Now, these are the new rules. It wasn't like this before. If you don't pass part 1, you gotta wait 60 days. Yes, 60 days for retaking this part. It's like 2 months. So study hard, study, good. You don't want to fail the test. Same goes for part 2. Now the part 3 is 30 days. It's not bad, but 60 days is a lot of days. I mean, you could forget a lot of items. Restriction continued. Obviously, if you would require different development, like if you're applying for early childhood education, you must pass all the CST multi-subject tests, exception for the third part. You only take it once. Part 1 is 73%. State passing scores are a percentage. Part 2 math 72. Part 3 was 93. A lot of people do pass the part 3. Literacy and English language. Yellow highlight handouts. Like they ask you English language arts, foundations of English. Basic phonological awareness, word recognition, language knowledge, and vocabulary. Something that you will deal with children. Obviously, it helps out a lot. Instruction in writing, speaking and listening, reading, literature, information, text. Analysis, synthesis, and application. This is the English language art. Mathematics, numbers and operation, ratios and proportional relationship. They ask you questions like this. For mathematics, operational algebra thinking, numbers and operation, basic tens and fraction. So keep that in mind. Again, these are more items that you can read on your own. Obviously, the link is right over here. You can copy and paste it on your thing. Well, you can't do it from YouTube, or if you get other videos, you see my channel. But you can copy it just like on a piece of paper and put it down, and you'll be able to find this thing. Arts and science, science and technology, social studies, fine arts, health and fitness, family and consumer science, career development. Understand and apply the principle or process of scientific inquiry and investigation. Understand and apply concept, principles, and theories pertaining to the physical setting, including science, chemistry, and physics. Understand and apply concept, principles, and theories pertaining to the living environment. Apply knowledge of technology and the principle of engineering design. Understanding the relationship among the common themes that connect mathematics, science, and technology, and the application of knowledge and skills in other areas of learning. These are some of the things that they break it apart and what they really want. As you can see, it goes all the way. So keep this in mind. You can read this on your own as well. I'm not going to go over everything. I'm just going to go over the bullet points. So these are arts and science. Bullet points, what they were asking. This is a sample response question. Like, for example, which factor is most frequently the underlying cause of children early difficulty learning to read? Limited general background, weak phonological process skill, immature knowledge of syntax, poor visual acuity. So you got to decide which one is it, and they do give you a correct answer, weak phonological processing skill. Why is that? I'll read it with you. The question required the examinee to demonstrate knowledge of individual variation in literacy development, including knowledge of specific reading difficulty and knowledge of cognitive, behavioral, environmental, social, cultural, and technological and linguistic factors affecting language and literacy development. Convergent research has shown that most commonly occurring cause of early reading difficulty is weak phonological processing skill. Beginning reading instruction focus on the development of automatic recoding skill that supports the continuing development of reading and comprehension conceptual knowledge and vocabulary development. When beginning readers have weak phonological processing skills, they have limited knowledge of the component phonemes in spoken words and thus have difficulty connecting letters in printed language with the component sounds that spoken words they represent. As well, they give you these questions as well. Read. So it's quite. I mean, these are some of the questions that they ask you. For phonological awareness on a language art. I mean, this will help you out a lot. So basically, this is how it is. This is how they test your subject and everything. Keep this in mind. Obviously, read through everything. Read the questions carefully so that you don't end up doing anything wrong. So with that said, guys, this is part 1. I'll read the other one in part 2 of my video. Thank you.